Pizza Jaffa's orange grows. Microchips is us. iPhone cameras us. Taco salads us. Nos us. Olive Garden us. White phosphor us. Sabra Hamas. Hezbollah us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bad Hezbollah,
the world's most moral podcast, and the only damn reason you are still anything close to sane, dear listener.
That's right.
That's what they tell us.
That's what we hear in the DMs. My name is Matt Lieb. I will be your most moral co-host for this podcast.
I'm Daniel Mate, as you well know.
You already know, and I'm going to, you know what? I'm zooming out a little bit. There we go.
Big picture.
I want us to both look the same.
That's kind of you.
Yeah, well, you know, I love you, dog. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another episode of the world's most moral podcast. Shout out to anyone who has given us 5 stars in a review. Loving the reviews that we get and the comments that we get on episodes. It's been very nice. So thank you. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And you know what? You keep us sane. How about that?
Damn right, actually.
There's nothing that makes you more sane than
every
reading hundreds of comments.
Every accusation is a confession.
That's right.
Every self-flattery is a gratitude.
That's exactly right. So it's not ego, it's actually humility. Just so you know. Shout out to producer Adam Levin out here on the ones and twos, and also letting you guys all know once again, stand-up comedy in New York. Me, my wife Francesca Fiorentini, my other wife, my pod wife, Daniel Mate. We're going to be at the Bell House October 13th, so please come out to that. Tickets.
We've already remarked on how your wife's name sounds like a Kids in the Hall character, right?
Francesca Fiore and Bruno Ponce Jones.
That makes you.
We've done
Ponce
it.
Jones. Yeah,
that's right. I am the Bruno Ponce Jones to her Francesca Fiore, and also what's the name? Buddy Love.
Buddy Cole.
Buddy Cole. Yeah, I got a little bit of Buddy Cole in me too. Buddy Love is, I think, Nutty Professor. Anyway,
the person who most reminded me of Buddy Cole recently is I went to see Morgan Bessicius. I forget how to pronounce it.
Yeah, Morgan from New York.
Who's a friend of ours, and we want to have him on the show. He's got a one-man show right now at the Soho Playhouse called Can I Be Frank? Fantastic. Go see it if you get a chance.
I love him. He's so funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so please come out, see us do stand-up, also see Morgan's show, and also see me and Francesca at the Punchline in Houston, August 28th. Those tickets are going fast. Please get those now. If you are in Texas, buy them. Buy those tickets. Don't wait and then get mad at me. Today's episode is brought to you by Palestine Red Crescent. The Palestine Red Crescent Society is an officially recognized independent Palestinian national society. It is part of the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement and operates in Palestine and the diaspora. PRCS is guided by the Geneva Conventions and the movement's fundamental principles: humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independence, voluntary service, unity, and universality. If you have any money and you would like to donate, please go to PalestineRCS.org. That's PalestineRCS.org. Daniel.
Matthew.
You're emotionally damaged. Jewishly.
What's your point? I know.
I'm just letting you know, and because of your emotional damage, I would like to know, what's the spin?
Well, today I want to give a shout out to Brian Eno, who is organizing a concert for Palestine at Wembley Stadium next month. And you know, when things get to Wembley proportions, that they've gotten pretty bad, and that public consciousness is changing or on the verge of changing. And I think
Wembley is quite a gauge for how fucked shit is.
Yeah.
Once you got a Wembley going on, that's a unit of measurement of fucked.
Correct.
Oof.
Yeah.
I knew good for him.
Yeah, a Wembley is like how many Madison Square Gardens is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would say like 5.
At least 5.
I mean, it's huge, right?
It's enormous. It's an enormous place.
Is it a tennis court?
No, it's a soccer arena, a football pitch, as they say.
Okay, okay, that makes more sense.
A tennis court would be pretty small.
I was thinking to myself,
We could sell out a tennis court.
I was like, I don't know, a tennis court seems tiny for so many people.
Yeah, you're thinking of Wimbledon.
That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Wimbledon. Sorry, folks. I'm thinking of Wimbledon. What, one of your weird
Adam, stop
British.
Stop nudging us. All right, we've been pretty swift so far. We're only like 7 minutes in.
Listen, at this point, we have
they're Patreon pigs. They can wait.
And also, I think we can both say that we are deliberately stagnating our own audience growth in order to just hang out. So,
talk about records.
That's right. And
and also our guest is Tadhg. So,
Yeah, our guest is Tadhg. He's down. I do this just to make myself laugh. I know. Same.
All right. Another Green World by Brian Eno. His first solo album, I think, from the mid-'70s.
Cool.
Talking Heads, Fear of Music, fantastic album that Eno produced.
Yeah.
Brian Eno, David Byrne, My Life in the Bush of Ghosts, very cool.
In the Bush of Ghosts.
Yeah, early 80s music with a lot of samples from television and stuff, very cool music.
Yeah.
And what have I got here? What is this? I don't recognize this album. What the fuck is this? He actually didn't produce this by U2. And I'm not really including it, so you don't have to put it on the playlist. But
it's not on the playlist.
But he did co-produce several of their albums with Daniel Lanois. And, this album contains Sunday Bloody Sunday and New Year's Day. So it's the kind of album that would make you think that this is an album that's a band that's hip to what's going on in the world and has something relevant to say about it.
Sure would. Wouldn't that be surprising if there was some sort of pivot late in life? So that's what's spinning. And we will get into the U2 lore in a moment. But first, we got to introduce our wonderful guest. That's right. It's a returning champion. You've already heard his name, but I'm still going to drag out this intro as long as possible. He is a comedian. He's an activist. He is one of my favorite human beings. He has a new show now, not on our watch, which you can watch immediately, and you should. But first, watch this episode of Badass Vara. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else, welcome back to the show, Tadhg Hickey. What's up, dog?
Hi, guys. Oh, lovely intro. Really nice to see you guys.
It's good to see you.
Is it spelled now with 2 O's, not on our watch, or do you omit the O?
Yeah, 2 O's. So it's Nicole Genes, who you guys probably know, the Spanish-Romanian powerhouse satirist and all-round great human being. She just came up with it as we were just chatting and said, wouldn't that be good? Because all the activism at the moment includes the word now. It's like, we need to do this shit now. And we're like, okay, we could kind of... We could jump on that shit, like,
and the double letter is like no.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Mad Mothers Against Drunk Driving. It's emphatic. I love that. I didn't know she was Spanish Romanian. What a great. I gotta say, what an attractive mix that is.
She's deeply nuts. Like, she's beautifully insane. She's great crack. Trying to manage her, like, not that I should, not that I would, not that I can. But she's just a fucking whirlwind. Like.
Oh, her sketches are very funny.
She's
funny.
Amazing. She's amazing. So we'll get into it, but I would love you boys to be involved. I would love it.
We would love to be involved. We need to do a show in Ireland. I think we have talked about this long enough. We've teased it, and at this point, it's time to schedule it. Also, it would be just so sick to get out of the United States for a little. Shit is getting so bad out here that I'm like, man. If I were to flee, where would I go? And not flee because, for the fake reasons that Zionists want to flee. I'm not fleeing anti-Semitism. I'd be fleeing the fact that right now the Border Patrol just did a show of force and intimidation against the governor of California, just to show that they are Trump's loyal troops. And I was just like, oh, I got to get out of here.
Gotta go to Ireland. I gotta go to tour Ireland.
Well, I had a great time in Ireland when I was there March of last year, and Tadhg and I, connected in Cork, and we had a very humorous dinner, which we discussed, I think, on the show.
Oh yeah,
an Iranian philanthropist.
That guy's still going, and he's the best of us, but he's in.
I still have that crazy expensive bottle of Irish whiskey that he gave me. I still haven't cracked it open.
Gift it back to him when you come back over. See, does he notice?
Hell no. I'm keeping that I'm keeping that. Maybe for, well, I can't share it with Matt because Matt's sober.
No,
You're
but I'll
both
watch.
sober.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, yeah, but we'll watch you
Oh,
drink.
we'll paint the town red.
Yeah, with your
Me and
blood.
Matt will go crazy.
Yeah. We'll just eat a lot of sugar.
You could get me and Matt back on the booze.
Yeah.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta come over. We gotta go to Belfast. We gotta go to Derry. It's a tiny country. You could do like 4 nights, 4 days. Drive around, and you'll do really well. I've told you this before, and I'm gonna tell you on air right now. I get told by people all the time, everywhere I go, "Oh, I saw you on Bad Hasbara." I love Bad Hasbara.
I love
got a lot
that.
of followers and friends in Ireland, guys.
And you have fans here. In fact, at my workout this morning, my trainer Garnett, shout out to Garnett, said,
"Let's get the direct quote. Let's get."
Well, I'm going to modify it slightly. He gave me permission to quote him directly, but I don't want to deal with the comments. Garnett, who's training me in the ways of the samurai and chest presses, said, "Is that guy from that bald guy from TikTok? Oh man, that's my Negroni." He didn't quite say Negroni, but
he is. To be clear, he is an African American gentleman.
Oh, he sure is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. In case it was like, why does Daniel have a racist personal trainer? I love that he's training you in the way of the samurai. That is. I mean, I'm not sure.
I've got a sword and everything. It's right here.
Yeah,
every time I'm on the show, it gets really racist really early, and I mean, I love it. I have to say, I love it.
We can't help it. We just we're racist. I'm just kidding.
Answer me this: what does Black Irish mean? Because it doesn't refer to African Irish.
As far as we know,
Black Irish. What do you mean? Like
that's a term used. That's a term in the United States to describe a certain.
Type of Irish.
Someone's heritage, someone's lineage. A lot of Irish Americans will say, "I'm Black Irish."
Black Irish? I've never heard that.
Does it mean dark-haired or like dark complexioned?
Like there used to be a thing in the north of Ireland where you'd call somebody a Black Protestant. That means that they're really hardcore Protestant faith.
Okay.
So maybe I don't know though. I'm still rambling here under massive pressure, like kind of racial tension and stuff. Like I'm kind of. I'm going to the deep recesses of my mind, and like, there's nothing interesting coming out.
I figured it was.
I have a feeling.
I'm sorry.
I have a feeling it's a uniquely American construct in which we just found a new way to racialize the type of ethnic white. We need other categories. We have the red-haired Irish, but then we have this dark-haired Irish. We got to call them something different.
Yeah, that term needs to be ratified by the African American community.
Absolutely.
Yes. I think Irish Americans need a lot of tweaking.
What are we talking about today, Matt?
Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Very Irish focused, I would say, because we're talking about one of Ireland's national heroes. You all love him, and his name is Bono. So Bono is.
Are we pro bono on this show?
We're pro bono. We're doing this one for free. So Bono recently came out with a statement that people have been, yelling at us. Haven't cared for him since he split with Cher. Yes, Sonny Bono reference. Adam's always in with the timely reference.
Fire.
He's on fire today.
We're talking about Cloudy Bono.
Yes. So he recently came out with a statement. He and the band U2 came out with a statement that everyone's been yelling at us to talk about. But before we do, I want to ask Tadhg, sort of in the same vein of asking you about what the Black Irish are. Americans have, I think, a really warped understanding. Like the things that they think are Irish, especially Irish Americans, are things that people from Ireland are like, I don't know what you're talking about. So in the US, we consider it's like, Bono, he's like essentially the most famous, most beloved Irishman on the planet and in Ireland. What are the thoughts about Bono in Ireland. What are your thoughts about Bono?
How did the streets of Dublin feel?
Yeah, what do the streets say?
How do the streets of Cork feel about
the Irish
Bono?
street? You want to take from the Irish street? So I mean, he is famous. I mean, you couldn't deny that he's deeply, profoundly, unmanageably famous. He's good buddies with George Bush and stuff. So that's, I would say, a great indication of how famous you are. He's kind of like the ordinary Irish person. You gotta understand is very meek. You know, like Daniel will tell you, he's been to a restaurant with me. I mean, we would rather drop dead than to say to somebody, can you stop talking to me right now? or like if you say, like, could you take my plate? I'm finished with it. Like, you know, my daughter always says, like, somebody could put a burning tire in front of me in a restaurant. And I'll always go, wow. Like we're just so happy to be here. We're so happy to still be alive.
That's an Irish American stereotype that also lives up to its name. I feel like that is one of the, at least in my family, is one of the main Irish stereotypes we have, which is that if you're Irish, you can essentially live with pain and not talk about it until everyone is dead.
Yes.
it's just like part of it. Yeah.
Tadhg's only here because he's too kind to decline our invites.
Like Adam knows, I've been onto him on the site. Like, I detest this podcast. I think this is my 4th time on.
Detestation with a smile.
That's right.
Welcome to Ireland.
So it's important to contextualize that's our first problem with Bono, because Bono is outrageously confident and he's brash. And I suppose what I'm getting to is he's Protestant. No, I think he's like Presbyterian or whatnot, but that's just a little sectarian joke between friends. But the main point is that he's got this massive ego, and so we struggle with that. Again, Conor McGregor, long before we realized that he was, you know, really unsafe, individual, we kind of struggled with him as well, because we were like, could you just be a lot quieter? Like definitely, like, do your fighting, but like stop making such a big song and dance about it.
Right.
But then the big thing with Bono, though, is that I would argue, and I would like to say that I do represent the Irish street. Absolutely. That being being Irish, you stand up for the little guy. I mean, we're a colonized people. Like, to kind of stand with empire, or to stand with the financial systems of an ongoing genocide, is very un-Irish. I would say that, you know, like, if we don't, as Irish people, we don't see ourselves in the dehumanized Palestinians at the moment. We don't understand what it is to be Irish, you know. He's also a notorious spoofer, is what we would call him here. Like, I mean,
what's a spoofer?
A spoofer is a guy who, I don't want to say lying, but he's a liar.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, he just makes stuff up, right? So he's from a very privileged background, and I think he famously said to John Bon Jovi. He told John Bon Jovi on a podcast that he was victimized by kind of loyalists and orange men when he was a kid. Now, all that stuff took place in the north of Ireland. Like, it didn't happen in any of the kind of the leafy suburbs of Dublin, of County Dublin. You know what I mean? So I think he just thinks
he gives Dub a bad name.
Big oh, that's wonderful. That's actually very skillful. I'd actually like to pause.
It's actually very skillful.
And again, you guys have no idea if I mean that. No idea.
We don't know. Just
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Let us live in the lie.
It doesn't matter. So to conclude, he's a bit un-Irish. He's a bit of a spoofer, and we kind of smell that. But I would say there's such, you guys know, there's such a massive pro-Palestine. It's way beyond sentiment. Like, I don't know how this government in Ireland is still standing. So for such a prominent Irishman to say nothing really for 22 months, and then like go, okay, I'm going to take the mic and pretty much just talk about October 7th and kind of force the rest of his bandmates to make a pissy statement as well. It was just, and he somehow made it all about him as well. Yeah, it was it's an extraordinary skill, you know. So I think we're really quite embarrassed by the guy. All right, and I would say though, there's some of U2's early albums were pretty good. I thought that's what I would say.
And produced by the great Canadian producer Daniel Lanois.
Yeah, indeed.
Beautiful, some beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see sort of the parallels. I mean, we've covered a few of these different, like, I'm breaking my silence statements from people who, and they all have the same sort of grievance, which is just like, you guys have been yelling at me for a long time to say something. And first of all, that only makes me not want to say things even more. But then it's also like, as soon as they break their silence, they want to let everyone know that they first and foremost support the troops, or are anti-Hamas, or let everyone know that October 7th is at the forefront of their mind. It's like part of the formula that they consider to be nuanced.
Yeah, they want breath to the IDF.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which only like serves to make everybody mad, which I think is very funny to watch.
The tone of Bono's statement, and I mean, I would give varying grades to the different members of the group. And
because they all did
the
it
funniest
individually.
thing, and they credited. Do you have the screenshot of the title page of this like little manuscript, this little pamphlet they put out?
Oh yeah. We have it right here.
I found this so fucking funny. On Gaza,
yeah,
the authors are Bono, The Edge, Adam, and Larry. Where's Curly? Where's Mo?
But it looks, a guy named Larry.
It looks like a pithy little academic.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like a Thomas Hobbes
move over,
effort, like
exactly, or John Stuart Mill or Kant, like move over, Finkelstein.
Yes,
step aside, Rashid Khalidi.
Yeah. Fuck off, Chris Hedges.
Larry has spoken. But anyway, I would give varying grades to the different members. I thought the Edge's chapter in this little tome was superior, say, to Bono's. But Bono is always as opposed to Tom York, who was diffident and pissed off and like, I don't know what you want from me. Yeah. Bono strikes this magnanimous pose of course, I've always felt this way. And don't we all see that we could be looking at this dissident? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
Adam is not taking any shit tonight, guys. I love it.
Yeah. But like,
diffident is a word. You know, I was using that correctly.
Yes. He was doing a joke too. We're all doing jokes on the joke
we love
podcast.
Jokes. We're jokers. We're jokers. We're just jokers.
But
not spoofers.
No, we don't spoof.
No.
But
Bono's one other quick thing on Bono, like for a guy who's like, unspeakably successful, I thought it did come across a little bit like a guy who's having a look at what way the wind blows as well. So we know of his relationship with Israeli banks. I mean, like, if anybody's got access to Google, they'll know that this complete spoofer has skin in the game. But the way that his words are kind of delivered in this little tome is, I just want to let everyone know that I condemn October 7th again, because I'm about to say something a little bit racy about Israel. Yes. He's looking to the future going, you'll have to look back at this statement and then, whichever way the wind blows, pro or against genocide.
Right. Yeah.
That would be good for my career.
Please screenshot the relevant parts, the ones that hold up. The ones that hold up in history.
A message to my friends at the Israeli banks. Bono.
Exactly. I
love the idea of confining some opinions to the dustbin of history is something you can do if you write a statement that is easily parsable on either side. You'd be like, okay, half of the statement, dustbin of history, other half of the statement, brave text. But yeah, so in late 2023, reports indicated that Bono and The Edge were involved in a business transaction with Bank Leumi.
Leumi.
Oh, right. That's right. It's Israeli.
National Bank.
Yeah, Leumi. It was reported that Bank Leumi, through its subsidiary Leumi UK, provided a major loan for the purchase of a Dublin hotel called the Clarence, co-owned by Bono and The Edge. So yes, basically this is post October 7th, late 2023, while the genocide was happening and also ramping up. Not only was he not saying anything, but he was also taking out massive loans from an Israeli bank. Are these things connected? How could they be? No, I don't see how it's possible to connect them.
But, I mean, what I would say is people coming in late, no problem.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to come
Yes,
in late, you know,
agreed.
like I've got many, I'm sure you guys are the same. I'm speaking to Palestinians every day and they say like, we just want more voices. We can kind of,
Yes.
you know, split hairs afterwards. But I do think if you're going to come in, like for instance, Geldof, right, which I'm delighted that you guys know who Bob Geldof was. I thought that was just a kind of an Irish, British thing. Like Bob Geldof
his dislike for Mondays is quite notorious.
that's global, is it?
Wait, I don't understand the dislike for Mondays.
He was
joke.
the lead. He was the frontman of a group called the Boomtown Rats, who had a song called "I Don't Like Mondays."
Oh, okay. I thought this was
Yeah.
some sort of like labored Garfield pun that I didn't
No,
understand.
it's such a straightforward gag.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like if you know the song, it's a really quick gag to get.
Yeah.
But like the thing about Geldof is he waited until like there were images of starving children on TV, and I think he just thought, oh wow, that's my thing. I need to get in on that, like you know. But at least when he came in, he was unequivocal.
Yes.
Like he was calling the Israeli regime liars straight away, and I was like, okay, this guy's, you know, he's got a lot of credence. There's a certain type of person, certainly in Ireland and in Britain, that'll go, holy shit, Bob Geldof speaking about it. It must actually be a thing.
Well, he was the founder of what was it, Live Aid, or what was that?
Yeah.
In response to the famine in Africa. And off air, Tadhg, you had a great line about this, about what might have motivated him to finally speak up. Yeah.
What was it?
I think did I just deliver that line?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was waiting to say something about live. I was so excited to get to your line that I didn't actually hear you say your line. Boy, if that doesn't capture my flaws as a podcaster, nothing does.
Like I tried to slip it in seamlessly, you know, as if it wasn't pre-planned.
Oh, fuck.
But fuck it, let's just go back and do the whole thing again. Maybe.
No. We're leaving that in, Adam. We're leaving that in.
Please leave that in and double it.
Off air, Tadhg, you had a great line about this, about what might have motivated him to finally speak up. Yeah.
What was it?
I think did I just deliver that line?
The idea of somebody like being silent, you know, for however many months, 22 months, 20 months, whatever, like if you break your silence with an unequivocal statement, to me, like that is wonderful. It's great. It's there's very few instances in which I don't give someone credit. And one of the instances is if you have been doing Hezbollah the entire time and then you want to okay, I'll give you a little bit on the starvation. Like, fuck you forever. If you've worked for, 20 plus months to stop people from seeing this as a genocide, then then fuck you forever. If
you've gone to the trouble of changing the lyrics to one of your most famous songs in concert memorialize the victims of October 7th and fetishize the young, party goers at the Nova Festival. Do we have that, Matt?
Yes, we do. So before we get into the statement, this is what Bono said. This is October 9th. 2023, and he said this at a concert that I think we need to parse.
What's happened in Israel and Gaza, a song about
this is in Las Vegas.
Non-violence seems...
Of course it is. Of course it is. I think said that as a humble brag as well. I was gigging in Las Vegas at the time. Like, were you? That's going to make you really likable, buddy.
Yeah. Was he in the Dome? This probably was the Dome show.
The Sphere.
The Sphere. That's what it is.
What's happened in Israel and Gaza, a song about non-violence seems somewhat ridiculous, even laughable, but our prayers have always been for peace.
Not that part that's ridiculous, buddy.
And for non-violence, so...
I just want to start with talking about that statement that he makes up top. Like, in light of, what is happening, in Israel and in Gaza, a song about nonviolence seems ridiculous. It actually seems the most not ridiculous.
It seems like perfect timing.
It seems like exactly what you should be doing. The idea that you have to you're making a statement, but you're like, well, I need to do a quick preface. I need to preface this song about. I need to qualify this statement about this song about nonviolence being the answer with a statement about how, like, well, obviously nonviolence isn't the answer right now. like
if he was going to suggest a song about amping up the violence, I mean, that would be a little bit ridiculous, right?
I would totally understand if he was like, obviously, it's a bit laughable for me to do a song being like, yay, kill, kill, kill. But
I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm going to do it anyways. No, instead, he's like neutering his own statement and song about nonviolence by being essentially like giving consent to the idea that violence is indeed necessary in this moment, which is truly, like, that is a disgusting thing to do. It really is.
Yes.
But our hearts and our anger, you know where that's pointed.
Our hearts and our anger, we know where that's pointed. I would like to hear you say it. Because it's, you're doing a song about nonviolence.
Yeah.
And you're like,
you're
just so you know,
pointing your heart somewhere, like,
the
get your heart
subtext
out of my face, Bono, will you?
the subtext of this song is going to be about how angry I am.
In the name of love, let's bomb those civilians.
Yeah, exactly.
So sing with us. And those beautiful kids about
those sexy little, beautiful little
yes,
dancing in the concentration, just outside the concentration camp kids.
And here's the thing about that. Like, it's October 9th. I don't fault anyone for starting their concert off with being like, you know, there was a act of terror that happened to these poor kids at a music festival. It's October 9th. That's
a normal level of political awareness.
That's a completely normal level of political awareness. What I hate is
2 days after September 11th,
exactly,
our love to America would have been standard. I'm not saying I would have said that,
but to me, it's Bono doing the thing that I forget who it was. Forgive me for any country fans out there who are going to yell at me because I got it wrong. But like Tim McGraw or something doing a song talking about "we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way." Basically, like Bono is doing the country song version. This is.
I can't wait to hear that song. That sounds amazing.
Look, we need to sing this song about nonviolence. But we all know that we're hoping that the Gazans get what's coming to them.
Yes. Why did they vote for Hamas?
Courtesy of the white, white, and blue.
Yes. Some black and tans are okay.
Nice. Right. Nice reference.
Yeah, I got a reference.
My boys.
I've seen some TV shows. All right. Yeah.
Early morning, October 7th.
Oh, yuck.
As the sun is rising in the desert sky, stars of David, they took your life, but they could not take your pride.
All right, hold on. I kind of like that lyric. Stars of David took your life. If you make that a complete sentence, you're talking about
you're talking about the Hannibal directives?
Well, that too.
Yeah.
But if you want to know whose lives the Star of David has taken, like look at the people, the 60,000 or more people who've been obliterated by tanks, missiles, airplanes with the Star of David on it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I don't think that's what he was saying, but it's nice to pretend.
Stars of David.
And like, as an artist, it's a pretty big step to kind of, you know, take one of your songs and change the lyrics. Like, that's a massive gesture of an iconic, globally known song. I mean, you're definitely kind of pitching your tent on one side when you do that.
Yes.
Surely, like
100%.
And the song's about Martin Luther King, right?
Is it?
Maybe,
I don't actually
Pride-
know.
maybe
Pride
that's
in the-
ringing a bell. That's
Is
ringing
he
a bell,
singing
yeah.
"Pride in the Name of Love"? Is that what song this
Yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
That's
so,
right.
yeah.
So that song is about Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
Oh my
right?
god.
Who said that riots are the language of the unheard.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And I would say that no matter what Martin Luther King said about Israel, Martin Luther King died before I guess he died in 1968, but he never
right.
really
Well,
lived to
and
see much of
he
Israeli
started
occupation.
changing his tune around
He
that
did.
time as well.
about
Yeah.
foreign policy matters worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
But if riots are the language of the unheard, then what are incursions into occupied land from
Right.
what
are rebellions?
what are rebellions?
What are insurrections?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
what it,
yeah.
it's
what are
yeah.
slave revolts?
Right, exactly. And let's hear him. Yeah. All right, that's all I can take.
Could not take your Jewish pride.
Yes, yes. Which is certainly what Hamas was doing.
Maybe he meant they cannot take your pride parades.
Oh,
In
yeah,
Tel Aviv.
that's true. That's what they were
Yeah.
trying to do.
That's almost certainly what he meant. I would
That
say.
honestly, though, that is part of it.
That is pride in the name of war.
So that statement obviously got a lot of play from, of course, the Hezbollah, but also from activists, Palestine solidarity people, as being like tone deaf and gross and whatnot. But I again have always been of the mind, because I guess I'm not a huge U2 fan. For me, it was
You don't
radio.
like us two? You don't like the two of us?
Oh, I don't like you too.
I don't like you too.
There's something about, it's like a Jewish and an Irish, too many
Yeah,
issues.
it's a shit joke. It's a setup to a shit joke.
Yeah, exactly. You walk into a bar and yada, 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 something happens racist. But for me, it was Radiohead, where I was like the very noticeable silence, because I'm
Same.
such a huge Radiohead fan. And people were saying the same thing about Bono, and I was like, yeah, that's probably weird too if you're a big, Bono guy. But even so, October 9th, 2023, trying to give space for people, if you haven't said anything, or you said something immediately after, and you have a statement now that you want to put out and clarify, that is okay. That is encouraged. The problem is the statement has to be based in reality, and it has to be unequivocal, and it can't do the thing where it exists in both dustbin of history and brave text territory, right?
And it can center you. Like,
Yes.
you cannot, like, you have, there's a certain skill to it, there's a certain grace to it, saying, I know you guys want me to say something, I'm going to say something without making it all about me. Like, I'm not the lead character in this genocide.
Right, exactly.
He somehow managed to kind of make the first paragraph is just, look, I've done a lot of stuff for Africa as well. That's basically the first paragraph.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm good. All right.
Yeah.
So
I am Africa, as the song the Book
Yeah,
of Mormon goes.
Like, I've sorted Africa out. You want me to sort the Middle East out? No, we've got a fucking new album on the way, guys.
Yes. So on Gaza, and Daniel, I'm going to ask you to read this.
Oh, yes.
I'll forego the accent.
No, you
thank you.
will not, sir. You will
Well,
not.
we're doing
Okay.
accents, and I
All
got
right.
to read.
On Gaza.
Oh, Christ.
Everyone has long been horrified
All right,
by
I
what is
can't handle-
unfolding in Gaza. Okay, but the blocking of humanitarian aid and now plans for a military takeover of Gaza City has taken the conflict to uncharted territory. Somewhat charted.
Yeah.
Certainly charted out in advance.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's been, maybe it's
charted.
untrod territory. It's certainly been charted.
It's been telegraphed from moment to moment.
It was charted on October 8th.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are not experts in the politics of the region, but we want our audience to know where we each stand. Okay, pause for a second. Not being experts in the politics of regions has never stopped you before. You went to the fucking subway station in Kyiv
That's right.
and play, in unequivocal solidarity with NATO's favorite victims,
Yes.
the
yes,
Ukrainians.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
like anything that forwards NATO, CIA, foreign policy objectives, you have no problem fast tracking your advocacy way past the queue of your fucking non-expertise.
Right.
He's the most famous meddler in geopolitics in the history of music.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
that's right.
bar no one. Like,
It is
but
crazy.
somehow, like, the Middle
Listen,
East has obscured itself. To
This one is
It's
particularly
not our
complicated.
place to say anything, and that's why we need to speak up.
yeah.
Yeah. I love that this one is the particularly complicated one. Everything else is like, well, no, I mean, I don't know. We kind of got a guy who tells us, at the State Department what stuff to do. Yeah. All right.
That's the introductory thesis statement.
Opening
And here's
gambit,
Bono.
yeah.
Apart from the attack on the Nova Music Festival on October 7th, which felt like it happened while you two were on stage at Sphere Las Vegas.
Wait.
Is that an actual sentence?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean it felt like it happened?
I think they were doing a residency there, so maybe it.
Well,
but what do you mean it felt like it happened while we were on stage?
Are you saying that night, like on October 7th, you were doing a show and you're like, God, I kind of feel like I'm being killed by Hamas? Like, what do you mean it felt like it happened while you two were on stage?
If I was at a YouTube
hostage,
Yeah, exactly.
If I was at a YouTube concert in Las Vegas, I would be looking to the skies. Where are the paragliders to come in and disrupt this shit?
Well, any place to do it would be the Sphere. They are fully sphered off. You could actually have video of paragliding. That would be a fun thing to do.
So apart from that attack, which felt like it happened while I was on stage.
Oh, I see. He's referencing the video of that we just played. That's what he's saying. Apart from the time where I did mention this Nova Music Festival thing, and I only did because I felt like I was there, man.
he was in it. He was actually being attacked.
Yeah.
Now,
while you're being attacked, while you're
it's
being attacked, it's a great time to take out your notepad and rewrite the lyrics to one of your most famous anthems. I have generally tried to stay out of the politics of the Middle East. This was not humility. Oh, we know. No. We obviously it was not humility. Humility is not in your discography.
Yes.
More uncertainty in the face of obvious complexity.
Well, yeah, it is complex. I mean, it's like something's happening that might affect this bank deal that he has going on.
Yeah. Bank deals are notoriously complex.
There's a lot of paperwork. You think he has time for that paperwork? He's Bono.
He's on stage at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And
he's not Larry. Larry's got nothing but time.
He gets a call while he's on stage from his Israeli accountant being like, it's very complicated. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
There are tax implications. I have over recent months written about the war in Gaza and speaking about in the Atlantic.
Okay.
That neutral
We love that magazine.
place that definitely honors complexity in this topic.
Yes.
Where the editor-in-chief is Jeffrey Goldberg, who took a vacation to go torture Palestinians at the Ketziot prison.
That's right, man. That's right.
in which their token Palestinian journalist or op-ed
Abdel
writer.
Fouad Khatib.
Yes. Specifically laid the groundwork for the murder and smearing of Anas al-Shari.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, fun.
And spoken about it in The Observer, but I circled the subject.
What does he mean by that? What does he mean by I circled the subject?
He means I spoke circuitously. I beat
spoke
around the bush.
around it. Yeah.
But why did he do that? Like, there's no explanation as to why he would do that. Like, that's an interesting offering to us.
Yeah.
Like, but why did you do that?
Yeah.
There's no
I
mention
mean,
of that.
because it was so complicated.
I've been concertedly cowardly up until now.
Yeah.
And that was the right call.
Yeah, he is basically saying, as you know, I'm
a notorious coward.
Yeah, I'm a notorious coward. I've been very scaled and drinking a lot of milk out of a bottle, let's just say, sort of, you know how I be.
It's also complex.
That explains why his comments are so formulaic. Am I right? As a co-founder of the One campaign, which tackles AIDS and extreme poverty in Africa, I love the idea of tackling AIDS.
I'm gonna
like a rugby player.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the scrum trying to figure out how to beat AIDS.
Let's smash AIDS to the ground.
Yeah, that's right.
I felt my experience should be on the catastrophes facing that work. You mean my attention?
What the fuck?
This
are you
is
talking
bad
about?
writing. He's just choosing the wrong words.
Yeah.
I felt
that
my
part of the world.
experience should be on the catastrophes facing that work and that part of the world. The hemorrhaging of human life in Sudan or Ethiopia hardly makes the news.
So true.
Sudan alone is beyond comprehension, with a civil war that has left 150,000 dead and 2 million people facing famine. Well, if Ukraine is or if the Ukrainians are NATO's favorite victims, then the Sudanese, the South Sudanese, especially in recent weeks, since starvation in Gaza has been making the news, breaking the sound barrier, are Hezbollah's favorite victims, the Sudanese.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like constant whataboutism. It's just like, why don't you guys talk about something else? It's
Exactly. This is a talking point, isn't it? Like, this is the kind of stuff that we all get online where someone go, "Oh, you never mentioned any of the other genocides. Why are you getting involved in our genocide? We want to do our genocide quietly in the corner."
Yeah,
And
I do love
speaking of that.
I love the argument. There's other genocides.
And that's all you need to say. But he spends 2 fucking paragraphs circling the subject, right?
Yes.
He's doing the full rounds. It's just an all skate, like around the fucking roller rink.
Yeah.
And that was before the dismantling of USAID in March and the gutting of PEPFAR, the life-saving programs for the poorest of the poor that one has fought for decades to protect, the cuts to which will likely lead to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of children over the next few years. This motherfucker including footnotes in this thing?
Yeah, there's footnotes, dog.
And also, let's be honest, let's be fucking clear. What he's saying there is, don't get your knickers in a twist about all the dead Gazan children.
All right.
That's what he's saying. He's saying, look, I'm dealing with all these other dead children over here. I'm busy.
Right.
Like, you guys are talking about, have you heard of all the dead children elsewhere? Like, it's really disingenuous as well,
Yeah, because it's acting like what the ask is. And a lot of people who make these kinds of statements have been doing this. It's asking like what the ask of these celebrities is. Could you please dedicate all your time and resources to solving the problem, when it's not. When what the ask has always been is, hey, you're weirdly silent about this. What do you think?
Yes.
Are you against it? Do you have some sort of statement, unequivocal statement of support for the Palestinian people? Like, it's just weird that you haven't said anything. Literally.
Especially when you are the most geopolitically involved musician ever. Like, people don't put those demands on people that generally don't stick their oar in. Like, but if you've made your life's work to stick your oar in to geopolitics, it's going to be noticed that you haven't said anything for 2 years. Like, you fucking slime bag.
Well, at least he recognizes in the next sentence, but. Ellipsis, and by the way, that's the 4th ellipsis on this first page. You know, people get annoyed when people overuse M dashes. I use M dashes all the time when I write. It's my favorite punctuation. I've never seen so many fucking trailing off punctuations. But like it just diffuses any sense of. Well, it's certainly not punctual, but the punctuation is not definitive. It's not declarative.
Right.
For a band with so many ellipses, one of them is going to get cut by the edge.
That's clever as well. I honestly think that's clever.
He's very clever.
Adam doesn't miss. There is no hierarchy to such things. He shrugs and says, I guess I can't avoid talking about it. I guess in the end, all children are sort of equal. You got me.
You got me. Let's do it. All right. Gaza. Well, first of all, October 7th.
Finally, we get to Bono and Gaza on page 2. Like,
The images of starving children on the Gaza Strip brought me back to a working trip to a food station in Ethiopia. My wife, Ali, and I made... My wife, Ali, and I made 40 years ago next month following U2's participation at Live Aid 1985. Another man-made famine. Okay, I appreciate that acknowledgement.
I appreciate that as well.
To witness chronic malnutrition up close would make it personal for any family, especially as it affects children. Because when the loss of non-combatant life en masse, by which he means people who aren't men between the ages of 16 and 50, appears so calculated, ellipsis, especially the deaths of children, then evil is not a hyperbolic adjective, ellipsis. In the sacred text of Jew, Christian, and Muslim, it is an evil that must be resisted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the sacred text of Jew, Christian, Muslim, is there any evil that doesn't it shouldn't be resisted.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Again, I don't even think we need to set this up as a groundbreaking claim.
No, but I think kind of what he's saying, he's suggesting that in the sacred text of Jew, Christian, and Muslim, bombing entire neighborhoods, and flattening entire swaths of highly concentrated, that's one of those venal sins,
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's
not a cardinal one.
Right, yeah, but we can all agree, in the sacred text of Jew, that this is bad in some way. And
Jesus
I like that.
Christ! Look where he goes next.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
The rape, murder, and abduction of Israelis at the Nova Music Festival was evil.
Well, that got a paragraph of its own, guys.
Yeah.
That little beauty that demanded a whole paragraph all by itself.
Yeah.
I just want to point out so far
Good point, Adam. Good
what
point.
we've gotten about the starving children in Gaza is that they conjured a memory for him of other starving children.
It's effectively, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
You see those starving kids? I've seen it before.
I've seen it before. That reminds me of a time where I saw these other starving kids. Anyway, it's October 7th. Wait.
Bragging with someone going, oh man, I was looking at starving kids when you were playing with your toys.
Right, yeah.
Look, they're being starved, and that means that evil is not hyperbolic. Speaking of evil, October 7th and the Nova Music Festival, which really gets my goat.
Yeah.
On that awful Saturday night / Sunday morning of October 7th and 8th, 2023, I wasn't thinking about politics. On stage in the Nevada desert, I just couldn't help but express the pain everyone in the room was feeling and is still feeling for other music lovers and fans like us. Yeah, if there's one thing we know about Palestinians is they don't give a shit about music.
Oh, they hate it. That's why they shot up the festivals, because they were like, music? No.
That's why they deserve to die, because they notoriously hate you too.
Yes. To Bono, like, Palestinians are just like the townsfolk in the movie Footloose, who are just like, there will be no dancing. That is all.
That's a lovely reference.
And it's still feeling for other music lovers and fans like us. Like us, right?
What are you talking
when it
about?
comes to Palestinians, it's the Kendrick Lamar doctrine. They not like us.
Yeah.
Hiding under a stage in Kibbutz Re'im, then butchered to set a diabolical trap for Israel. It's a trap!
It's a trap.
And get a war going that might just redraw the map from the river to the sea.
What the fuck
You mean
are you talking about,
in accordance
gimp?
with Likud's charter?
Yeah.
This is truly insane to commit this to writing.
What a disgusting, like, just profoundly, openly racist sentence as well. Here's what resistance fighters do in Gaza.
Yes.
They set, it wasn't that like some atrocious article by one of the Zionists where it was basically saying they've set Israel this kind of genocide trap. I think
this has been something that they've been saying for a while now, which is that essentially that the fault of any genocide, should there be one, which there isn't, but if there was, it's Hamas's fault because they set the trap.
It gets worse
by doing it, and it's just so disgusting.
It gets worse. A gamble Hamas's leadership were willing to play with the lives of 2 million Palestinians. Okay, someday in some room with the right people there, I would be willing to listen carefully to a conversation between Palestinians about the ethics and morality
of course,
of Hamas's and the other groups' plans for that day, the way it was executed. There is a conundrum there, and there were predictable consequences. Fine, okay, but not Bono, and not like this, and certainly not with the framing that they set a diabolical trap. For Israel,
as if it is as if
Israel's
right. Well, I mean, as if the impetus is on the Palestinians to stop their own genocide.
That's right.
As if there's no agency for the Israeli government, the Israeli people, the Israeli army. Like, for them, it was like, well, obviously we have no choice but the genocide. You set this trap. You knew we would kill all of you. You fuckers.
And as if the genocide in some much slower form wasn't already fucking happening.
Yes.
Right.
And isn't how Israel came to be.
And it sets Israel up as kind of morally good. The only way that they're being so bad now is because they fell into the literally diabolical trap. Like, I'm saying diabolical trap for satirical purposes, but it's actually included in this fucking word salad. Like, and also this guy began this by saying, I'm no expert on the Middle East. And he's now got a deep understanding of the nuances of the Palestinian resistance psyche.
Yes. I mean, it is.
And Israel's tragic flaw.
Yeah, this is
it's shit Hamlet. It's shit Hamlet.
It's Oedipus, you know.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this is just the excuse of every single domestic violence perpetrator.
I was just going to say, mommy made me do it.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
To sow the seeds for a global intifada that you two had glimpsed at work in Paris during the Bataclan attack in 2015. What the fuck was the Bataclan attack in 2015? Do you know what that is?
Oh, yeah. It was an ISIS terrorist attack.
What the fuck does that have to do with intifada?
It's because they're Arab. This is
what has it got to do with you two?
Yeah. First of all, U2 was not at the Bataclan. It was the Eagles of Death Metal, I believe is the name of the band. It was like sort of it's Queens of the Stone Age offshoot band who were at the Bataclan, and there was this brutal ISIS attack in which they like gunned down a bunch of people. Number one, ISIS not the same as Hamas, as Hezbollah, as any of these like the resistance fighters and resistance movements within Palestine, and also incredibly fucking racist. Incredibly
This is Lindsey Graham standard lazy Islamophobia, like not somebody who's supposed to be, lads, this is way worse on a second read. Why are you doing this to me? I know. This is
way
like worse.
I skimmed this when I first saw it, and I remember just kind of going, this is what I expected, garbage. But just like I missed this.
This is why we say I ain't reading all that, because when you read all that, it hurts.
It does
makes me genuinely so angry, like, for an Irish man to write this, like, anyway, go on.
Yeah.
But only if Israel's leaders fell for this trap that Hamas set for them. Those bumbling, innocent fools.
Oh my God.
Yahya Sinwar didn't mind if he lost the battle or even the war if he could destroy Israel as a moral as well as an economic force.
Get that man's name out of your dirty mouth, Bono.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Let's all take a moment, actually.
Yeah. I need someone to take the video of Yahya Sinwar throwing the stick with his one arm and change it into him throwing a CD of the Joshua Tree.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just throwing it out the window.
Throwing his iPod after his iPod. And force the album onto it.
Yeah.
How to dismantle an atomic bomb.
Sinwar just throws his iPod going, Catorce doesn't come after Trace, you idiot.
I never asked to download this.
I just wanted a goddamn iPod.
That's what broke him. That's what actually finally broke him.
Yeah, you know what? I'm globalizing this intifada.
That's when he realized what the I stood for.
The fact that he is doing the fucking globalize the intifada smear, is so fucking infuriating, because
it's
that
abominable.
Is only that to me, I'm like, there's no fucking way that he is like that uninformed. That is an incredibly deliberate form of him doing Hezbollah.
What I would say, guys, is he's razor sharp. I mean, like, he's a very smart guy. He might be like blinded by his own ego and drunk on the smell of his own farts, but he's razor sharp. He knows, like, this is written, or I would say certainly edited by somebody close to him from the Israeli bank side, like, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. It's framed like with Hasbara, as you guys know.
Yes,
it's disgusting.
100%.
It's disgusting.
100%.
What does it mean to destroy Israel as a moral force? But just think about that for a second. Let's assume that Israel was the most moral country in the world or something, or had some moral standing whatsoever, or that countries, period, are moral forces. Like moral forces that have rights to exist.
I'm sorry, but
what does it mean? Go ahead.
Well, what he's doing there is essentially he is mourning Hamas, putting Israel in the position of being the unequivocal bad guy in the eyes of the world, as opposed to the secret behind closed doors bad guy that they've been for in their entire existence.
But my point is that moral forces are not destroyed by other people's actions. They're destroyed by doing immoral things.
Right. 100%.
So even if Israel was this moral force and they chose the route they've taken, that's what would destroy them as a moral force, putting aside the fact that they're one of the most immoral forces on the planet.
Yes.
Yes. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but to me, I see this a lot in terms of people. Honestly, it's like, please go to therapy. This is what I tell anyone who tells me this, which is their image of Israel is being, destroyed by the actions of Israel, and they can't put their image with the reality. These things they don't add up. They can't square the circle.
When was Israel kind of cutesy and playful?
I mean, it's weird for Bono to say that. I understand why, my older relatives say that. I get it because they are coming from a different context, where they can look at Israel as like something, amazing, a miracle that happened to us after the Holocaust. They can buy into that Hasbara, and I truly don't fault them. The problem is like, Bono, why are you doing the 70-year-old man at the gym Hasbara
at the JCC gym?
Yeah, who's
in the JCC sauna?
Because that's kind of what he is now, guys. Like he's pretty much that guy. Like he's like in terms of age range and kind of political ideology.
You're right. It is just that he's old. But
when I saw the attack at the Nova Festival, it really got me in my kishkas.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy, I was schwitzing. Over the next months, as Israel's revenge for the Hamas attacks appeared more and more disproportionate and disinterested in the equally innocent civilian lives in Gaza, as opposed to at first when they seemed so interested, I felt as nauseous as everyone, but reminded myself...
Oh, fuck my life.
Hamas had deliberately positioned themselves under civilian targets, having tunneled their way from school to mosque to hospital. So I reminded myself of everything that my handlers were telling me.
No, I mean...
I reminded myself of the press release I've just been saying.
I reminded myself of the talking points. No, but like, it straight up is just like, I get you're taking us through your like internal process of denial, and that's not for me. That's for a mental health professional that you really trust. I get that. It must have been really hard for you to not constantly look at your, APAC notes or whatever. But bro, I don't want to hear it.
When did a just war to defend the country turn into an unjust land grab? The country is an unjust land grab, you fucking idiot.
I was just going to say, which country are you talking about?
Which land grab are you talking about?
Yeah.
I hoped
When
Israel...
did this happen? Wait. What the hell? I turned my back for 22 months. I look again. All of a sudden, it seems like they want land.
You guys did a greater Israel.
What are you talking about?
I hoped Israel would return to reason. I was making excuses for a people seared and shaped, seared like fine sashimi, by the experience of Holocaust, who understood more ellipsis, who understood the threat of extermination is not simply a fear, but a fact. ... I reread Hamas's charter of 1988.
I love it.
Footnote, but crucially, he didn't reread Hamas's charter of 2017.
No, he didn't.
He just went for the old one with the old Jewish stuff. Like, that's
It's an evil read.
Yes.
Article 7.
I love that. I love that. You just, it's like, I felt so awful watching this happen that I had to reread the Hamas charter in order to make me feel better about all the dead kids.
I had to read the out-of-date. Yeah, no,
Yeah, no, I got to read the
I had
old
to go
ones.
back to the classics.
I'm no expert on the Middle East, but give me that outdated Hamas charter.
I read
He prefers their old shit. Well, I feel the same way about your fucking discography.
Yeah. I'm more of an old school Hamas charter guy.
Hamas's early stuff is sick.
Yeah, he's just a hipster for Hamas.
Their indie label releases.
Yes.
Their first EP.
Oh yes, Hamas, the Sub Pop years. It is insane to me that he is like he read the '88 charter. Do you think he read the 2017? He's like, this isn't making me feel any better.
This makes no sense.
This is making me feel worse.
I want an older one.
This is a diabolical trap for my nuanced compassion.
Can you get me the one that's with the Jew stuff so I can really, feel better about the whole genocide thing?
But that's got to be on the soundboard.
I know, I got to add.
But you do it well. But I also understand that Hamas are not the Palestinian people. Ellipsis. It's like a big sigh every time he does that.
The ellipsis is just he wants the profound sentence he just wrote to sink in, which is just so fucking annoying.
It's deeply shit writing as well, isn't it? Like, it's really bad
people
writing.
who have for decades endured and continue to endure marginalization. Okay,
Marginalization.
Fuck off
What are you
with this
talking
word.
about? Big loves of marginalization. The big fucking mass murdered, you big prick.
I love starting with marginalization.
Yeah.
A people who have for decades endured and continue to endure microaggressions, macroaggressions, imposter
And also
syndrome.
occasionally massive aggression.
Yeah.
Oh, my
oppression, occupation, and the systemic stealing of the land that is rightfully theirs. That sentence is in completely the reverse order.
Yeah.
And it also puts your shock at this sudden land grab. It belies it. Like, if that's what if the systematic stealing of the land that is rightfully theirs is their lot in life, then why are you surprised that Israel is using the pretext of their revenge against Hamas for another land grab? Given our own, Tadhg, he knows his history, he knows his people.
Sweet Lord,
given our own historic experience of oppression and occupation, not to mention the marginalization of my band, it's little wonder that so many people here in Ireland have campaigned for decades for justice for the Palestinian people. Not me, mind you, not me.
Yeah, but so many. Like,
I love that.
I like the Israeli people myself, but
the marginalization of our band to the adult contemporary section of Tower Records.
We should be in punk or post punk at the
right.
very least.
Yeah, shoegaze.
Is that it? Please tell me that's it.
We know Hamas are using starvation as a weapon in the war, but now so too is Israel, and I feel revulsion for the moral failure.
It really, because you prefaced it so much to the degree at which the revulsion still seems to be on Hamas.
My sweet Lord.
Like at this point, you've the idea that you think you can do a statement that expresses any kind of like disgust at this point is ridiculous to me. You have spent the entire time forgiving Israel for any atrocities they may have committed because Hamas set the trap for them. Fucking disgraceful shit.
Yeah. It's actually quite shocking, guys. I just realized that I just skimmed through this. Like, this is actually it's beyond. It's ridiculous, but it's also just really deeply racist.
Yes, incredibly. I mean, there's more here,
The government of Israel is not the nation of Israel. Okay, well, if by nation of Israel, you mean it in the way that Tucker Carlson nailed Ted Cruz for misusing, which is to say the biblical nation of Israel, the people, whatever. Who knows if Matt and I are actual descendants of those or if we're just converted Khazars. I don't know. I'm not weighing in on it. Twitter tells me I'm not really a Jew. And who am I to rule on that?
And so do my
dick got cut off, so that's my qualification.
I love the Khazar theory stuff because I'm always like, okay, I don't care. Even if that were real and not fake, it's just like, fine. Whatever. Stop DMing me. Stop calling me a kike. It's very easy.
But if he means the government of Israel, the government of the state of Israel is not the people of the state of Israel, fuck you, you're wrong.
I mean, to me,
it's not the culture of Israel. Fuck you, you're wrong.
Yeah.
To me, it's like if you want to make that argument, if you want to do the thing where it's like, you know, and you, the way you do it is by also saying, and also the Hamas are not the people of Palestine, yada, yada, yada. Like, it's not that I truly give a shit if you want to make the milquetoast argument in that sense, if you want to hold out some hope that, you know, the Israeli people are all just prisoners of their government. I personally don't care. My problem is that, okay, so now we have eliminated the entire Israeli people as being culprits of this.
Yeah.
It sounds like most of the government and the soldiers at this point, you are saying this is a Hamas trap. Also, the people don't want it. Also, the only person who wants it is who's doing it then? It's Benjamin Netanyahu.
And that government led by Benjamin Netanyahu today deserves our categorical and unequivocal condemnation.
I can't believe
equivocating is all you do.
Why didn't you do that, Bill?
It deserves it.
What wanted you to do? Like,
I'm not going to give it, but it deserves it.
There is no justification.
Except for all the ones
except for the other from other slide. Yeah.
Now I'm having a hard time not reading this in a Bernie Sanders accent.
Yeah.
For the brutality he and his far-right government have inflicted on the Palestinian people. If only those right-wing centrists were in power, they'd be doing exactly the same thing.
Yes.
In Gaza, ellipsis, in the West Bank. And not just since October 7th, well before it too, ellipsis, through the level of depravity and lawlessness, though the level of depravity and lawlessness we are seeing now feels like uncharted territory once more. This is terrible writing.
Shocking. That's why I think he probably did write it himself, actually, but he used like some bullet points from his handlers.
You called this guy sharp as a knife?
I mean,
you think he's a smarty?
I think he's intelligent, or he's
canny.
He's kind of like canny. Yeah, maybe that's a good way of putting it.
I think he's smarter. He's also smarter than he's letting on to. I think this is all fucking like. This is another. I don't know. I'm just a big dumb guy, but I do know that murder bad.
Oh my God! For instance, speaking of sharp, look at the 2 sentences from now. Curiously, those who say these reports are not true are not demanding access for journalists and seem deaf to the revealing rhetoric. Okay, true. Examples that sharpen my pen include...
You can't sharpen a...
I just hate him. Like, I just absolutely hate him.
What a pompous dick.
First of all, this is... If you think this is a sharp statement? And second of all... I guess if you were to say sharpen my pencil, it would sound like you're saying a boner.
He really puts ink in his pencil.
Yeah. It's like puts ink in his pencil also does sound like a boner. Everything sounds like a boner. All right, fine.
Especially when your name's Bono. Whoa!
Yeah. Hey, a bonoer.
Hello.
Yes. Israel's
it really engorges my keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay, blah blah blah. We don't need to read this. He's footnoting genocidal statements.
Yeah, what century are we in? I also love, he's just like, the far-right government has inflicted on the Palestinian people in Gaza and the West Bank, and not just since October 7th, but before it. Well, before this sentence, you were just like, what is this? What's happening?
Now he's delving into footnotes, like he's suddenly become an absolute expert.
Jesus Christ. Read your previous sentences before being like unequivocal. Oh my God!
There's some great stuff coming up. I hope we don't run out of time.
Keep going. Yeah, I love it.
Is the world not done with this far right thinking? We know where it ends. World War, millennialism.
Millenarianism. I don't think I know that word, but it's probably smart.
I told you guys he was smart.
Yeah, he's sharp.
Might the world deserve to know where this once promising, bright-minded, democratic nation is headed, unless there is a dramatic change of course?
Oh my God!
We deserve a sit down and be like, excuse us. So where is this heading?
Where's this once bright nation headed?
We need to have a meeting with the stakeholders.
Teacher meeting.
Is what is once an oasis of innovation and free thinking now in hock to a fundamentalism as blunt as a machete?
Okay.
Oh, you're just a stupid bitch of a man. A silly little bitch of a man.
Are Israelis really ready to let Benjamin Netanyahu do to Israel what its enemies failed to achieve over the last 77 years and disappear it from membership in a community of nations built around even a flawed decency?
I'm sorry, but okay, so just so we're clear, are the Israeli people ready to let Bibi do what its enemies have failed to achieve over the last 77 years? Just to be clear, you think that the Israeli people are all looking at Benjamin Netanyahu and being like, well, the problem here is that he's trying to destroy Israel. That's what you think. The idea as if there's no agency for the Israeli people, as if he has not been in power for since I went on Birthright.
The guy's whole life, yeah.
Do you I love Bono being like, Israelis, do you even know who this guy is? This fucking BB guy? He's a fucking secret Hamas guy. He's an operative. Are you really ready to let him destroy
their heads are just floating in the wind. They don't know what's going on. Bono, he doesn't know anything with the Middle East, but he's got to go in and just let them know.
You got to let the Israeli people know. Hey,
a better question would be: are Israelis really ready to let Benjamin Netanyahu do to Israel what Adolf Hitler did to Germany?
Right. I mean, that's straight up.
The answer is yes. That's what they voted for.
Yeah. And disappeared from membership. I love it. It's like, wait, so just so we're clear, the biggest calamity, the consequence of all this that you can even imagine is that it'll be disappeared from membership in the community of nations. Not that it won't be a nation, but that it'll be looked at as a bad guy. It's like, it's a bad guy. What do you want?
As someone who has long believed in Israel's right to exist and supported a two-state solution, I want to make clear to anyone who cares to listen our band's condemnation of Netanyahu's immoral actions and join all who have called for a cessation of hostilities on both sides.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Something to get excited about.
I've looked at genocide from both sides now. If not Irish voices, please stop and listen to Jewish ones.
Hey, okay. All right.
It's us. We're next. First the Irish. Then the Jews.
Yeah.
Then maybe the Ukrainians.
You should have got a reference. You should have got a call out here.
Listen to the Bad Hezbollah podcast.
Yeah. Well, He's got a few Jews in mind, from the high-mindedness of Rabbi Sharon Brous to the tearful comedy of the Grody Patinkin family.
I mean, I love Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin. Good. Yeah. Little Jew-centric, but that's, I think, strategic.
Well, I also think that's the point of him saying this. Yeah,
that's right. Who fear the damage to Judaism as well as Israel's neighbors.
Oh,
Palestinians are not neighbors. They're prisoners.
Yes.
Listen to the more than 100,000 Israelis who this week in Tel Aviv, excuse me, that is incorrect. There were not 100,000 Israelis in Tel Aviv protesting.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky if there were 1,000.
Well, I don't know.
Would it be fair to say they're protesting to get the hostages back?
There have been new protests that have finally been cropping up of people in Israel, Israeli citizens who are protesting against the war, but it certainly was not 100,000. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but that's insane.
The numbers holding up pictures of Palestinian children are they're low.
They're sadly small, but
there were 100,000 Israelis in Tel Aviv in 1982 protesting the Lebanon war, and there was a moral component to that. Yes. There was the horror of Sabra and Shatila. There was still a Peace Now contingent in Israel, never sufficiently pro-Palestinian, but certainly horrified at massacres and foreign adventures.
And people were prosecuted for that war, weren't they? The Prime Minister at the time, I think, was prosecuted. I could be wrong.
Menachem Begin, I don't know that he was ever prosecuted.
Okay.
Begin? I just met him. Sorry. Sometimes I just haven't said anything in a while.
It's so true, and it's so unfair.
It's so unfair, guys.
My dream is for the two of you guys to be able to speak simultaneously and for me to still be able to understand everything that's being said.
Someday, dude.
That's my boyhood dream.
We need to pipe one of us into each earphone.
Yeah, we harmonize, actually.
Bono's your guy.
Podcast. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, so this is his last page. We're not going to be able to get to, I think, all of the other statements.
The Edge is better. The Edge is significantly sharper.
Okay.
I think we're all just here for Larry's, but like we can do.
Yeah, I do want to read Larry's. I just want to point that out. But go ahead.
Our band stands in solidarity with the people of Palestine who truly seek a path to peace and coexistence with Israel. Just those ones.
Almost the people. Yeah.
Not those
With
pesky
Mahmoud
guys who don't wanna
Abbas,
be-
with
don't wanna be killed.
Abdel Fouad Khatib, with
Yeah.
son of Hamas.
Oh, yeah.
And with their rightful and legitimate demand for statehood. We stand in solidarity with the remaining hostages and plead that someone rational negotiate their release. Could it be Marwan Barghouti, who the former head of Mossad, Ephraim Halevi, described as probably the most sane and most qualified person to lead the Palestinians? Where is he now, Bono? Do you want to mention where he is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are you now,
would you like
Marwan
to
Barghouti?
free someone, maybe? I mean, it's fucking, it's so disgusting.
Guy's got a lot of knowledge for somebody who doesn't have fucking jack shit knowledge of the Middle East.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking hell.
He knows a few names here.
Wiser heads than mine will have a view.
We know.
But surely the hostages deserve a different approach, and quick.
Pointless sentence.
We urge more good people in Israel to demand unfettered access by professionals. I'm sure he includes the Gaza Humanitarian Fund in that
100%.
foundation
Yeah.
to deliver the critical care needed throughout Gaza and the West Bank that they best know how to distribute, and to let the correct number of trucks through.
The correct number. Well, just the one so that we can get back to the bare minimum calorie count of the past. You know, like it will take more than 100 trucks a day to take seriously the need. More like 600. Okay, wait. Why did you?
When Israel was a moral force, they imposed only a, quote, diet on the Palestinians of Gaza, not anorexia.
Yeah.
Anorexia should be a choice, okay? It should be a self-made choice. Let the Palestinians choose if they want to starve themselves to death.
Oh, man.
I'm picturing Bono with a little spreadsheet, like going through the trucks as they're coming in.
Yeah.
More like 600 trucks, but it'll have a side benefit, guys. The flooding of humanitarian aid will also undercut the black marketing that has been happening to benefit Hamas, which even the IDF has debunked.
Yes.
The band is pledged to contribute our support by donating to medical aid for Palestinians. Good
Okay.
for you.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Medical aid for Palestinians. Is that a group? Has that been one of our sponsors? Probably, right? Or is it? I mean, listen. After the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation was created, which sounds suspiciously a lot like one of the charities that we shout out every week. I now am like, I'm going to look up that name to see what it is. They made theirs sound like it was a fucking Palestine Red Crescent Society, and it was it was not.
Guys,
So
that statement is absolutely gobsmacking.
It is.
My gob is thoroughly smacked.
Thoroughly smacked. Oh, Larry's so long.
So then the Edge has a decent one. You know, he's really pissed off actually.
Yeah. I say people can read the Edges on their own. Maybe it's good. And just to finish up.
Of course, the bass players is the shortest.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, is Adam the bass player?
Adam Clayton, I think so. Larry
Yeah.
Mullen Jr.
But guys, do you think the other guys wanted to do this? Like, do you not think it was just Bono was in the fucking WhatsApp group going, guys, I've written this word salad.
Yeah. One of these guys is the Ed O'Brien of the band for sure, who's just like, I know, dog. I just can't get Bono to stop taking money from an Israeli bank. He just really wants this hotel in Dublin, and he'll pretty much kill anybody to get it. Larry says
Ed O'Brien, by the way, with Irish lineage.
That's right.
Yeah.
The images of the Hamas-led massacre of Israelis.
Oh, you get to do it? Fuck off.
Well, at least he's a bit speedier.
Yeah.
He's racing
and in the
through
particular
the atrocity.
footage of the innocent music fans being slaughtered, beaten, and abused at the Nova Music Festival. We're hiring to watch. How is it? Does it sound? Am I?
Yeah, it's
accent?
uncanny, man. It's lovely. Yeah, it's really
Beautiful,
nice.
Thank you. Nothing was achieved except more misery for the region in the hands of Hamas and its allies. So what did Hamas expect would happen when they committed mass murder and took the hostages?
What did you expect?
What did you expect? Israel's response was expected.
In the name of the Father, I want me Lucky Charms.
We're going to shoot your da. And when we tell you we're going to shoot your da, we're going to shoot your da. After those attacks, the total obliteration of Hamas was called for by Israel.
Israel's response was expected.
Oh yeah, like total obliteration, like such easygoing language from a fucking drummer.
Yeah, I know. This guy's writing in staccato. I love it. Hamas, the obliteration of Hamas was called for by Israel and its allies, and what's
Double
expected.
kick drum genocidal justification.
Where was he cooking this up?
A ground war was expected. Aerial bombardment and the destruction were expected. Let's see what's next. The indiscriminate decimation of most homes and hospitals in Gaza, with a majority of those killed being women and children, was not expected.
And I wasn't expecting that.
The meanest thing. Imposing famine was not expected.
Israel moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah, I never saw that famine coming. Like,
yeah.
October 8th, we're putting a total siege on the place. Nothing's getting in. Like, whoa, where did this famine come from?
What the hell? I was expecting you to starve them, but not for a famine to happen. It's difficult to comprehend how any civilized society can think starving children is going to further any cause and be justified as an acceptable response to another horror. To state the obvious, starving innocent civilians as a weapon of war is inhumane and criminal.
War!
I don't know. War is the outrage from within Israel. Outside of a small, if increasingly vocal minority. Where's the outrage from the diaspora?
Okay, that's actual anti-Semitism.
Yeah, well, listen, this is great. Listen, where is the outrage? Is kind of an incredible thing to ask when you talk about all of the expected responses.
Yes.
If you go in with a total expected response of total obliteration and aerial bombardment and destruction, all expected, but then you're just like, wait. But you did homes and hospitals. I didn't expect you to obliterate all that stuff. It's like,
not that bit.
Yeah, it's called a negotiation of consent here, in which you gave them full consent by saying like, well, we expect you to just go in and kill a lot of people. That is fully expected.
Also, obliteration and decimation are not particularly discriminating activities.
Right? Who the fuck obliterates strategically?
Yeah.
We got a surgical obliteration.
A limited annihilation campaign.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my fucking God. Beyond some reluctant and muted acknowledgement of a famine inflicted, nothing. Silence. The power to change this obscenity is in the hands of Israel.
Oh my God.
I undoubtedly support Israel's right to exist. And I also believe Palestinians deserve the same right in a state of their own. Separate but equal.
Doesn't it sound like as well they're responding to the kind of culture and the discourse from about 18 months ago?
Yes.
Do you remember when like Israel's right to exist was the talking point maybe about a year and a half ago, and Larry's coming in hot on that now, like he's like, oh no, I definitely think they should exist, and you're just like, mate, you're a drummer, like you're just a drummer.
100%. It is every both of the statements that we read, and I haven't read the Edges or Adams. But I assume there's, at least some similarity between them. But they all have the same thing, in which they repeat sort of the prefaces that were required, not long after October 7th for the last, maybe a year and a half after October 7th. This like expected condemnation of Hamas and condemnation of any violence Netanyahu and any violence that occurred on October 7th. Just an expected, statement about Israel's right to exist. And I'm sorry, but like your silence is what we're talking about here, Larry. Like you're talking about silence. This is you guys breaking the silence and coming in hot with the coldest fucking takes imaginable. In
this whole fucking statement should be renamed "Where the Streets Have No Shame."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But again, like Larry has got no profile as a meddler in geopolitics. It wasn't incumbent on Larry to say anything.
True.
In fact,
I agree with
knows
that.
Who Larry is. Like,
I didn't know there was
Larry.
The guy.
Yeah.
With respect to the guy.
I still can't get over On Gaza by Bono, The Edge, Adam, and Larry.
Just like,
Larry's in for the light relief. Like, this is pretty dark stuff.
It's me.
And tonight,
Larry.
Henry the Horse dances the waltz.
Exactly.
Featuring Larry. I think "And Larry" should be our episode.
I love it. On War by Chris Hedges. Forward by Larry.
Larry.
To Larry.
You're
Hilarious.
killing me, Larry. This is a very specific mattress store commercial in the Los Angeles area. For those of you who know Sit and Sleep, they will beat anyone's advertised mattress price, or your mattress is free.
We're doing adverts, are we?
Oh, no, but I just, some things stay in your head forever, including the tagline, "You're killing me, Larry."
If we're ever going to cover Larry again, we need to get some Hank Kingsley quotes from the Larry Sanders Show.
That's
talking
right.
to Larry, because he has some great...
Man, I mean, truly, it's funny. We prepared more for this episode, but then as the statement was happening, I was just like, "No, this is it. This is a full episode." How do you not?
I think it was worth it. Because it's, I'm repeating myself, but like, it's funny, it's hilarious, it's ridiculous, it's shameless, but it's also like he deserves to be really called out in it, like, because he knows exactly what he's doing, and it's a kind of a framing of the Palestinians that you'd expect from the New York Post, or really lazy, deliberately racist, and it kind of I think it's a stirring. Can we really trust them? They're all kind of a bit terroristy. Like, it's like, real dated kind of racist shit. Like from this not expert in the Middle East. Like, well, just to reiterate, guys, along with Conor McGregor, if Bono said he would like to run for president in Ireland, he wouldn't get fucking anywhere near it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite proud of us that way, that we don't have that same kind of glamour to celebrity that perhaps you get in North America or in Britain or whatever. We're just like, he's just a fucking nuisance of a man. Like, there's a phrase in Ireland actually which is a pox. Bono was a pox. Yeah. He's just, he's almost like a curse. Like, he's a kind of a curse of a guy.
I mean,
that sums him up.
I think that is, the great thing that I've seen. I mean, just in terms of you talking about, Ireland and the Irish people, is like, you see such a distinct difference in terms of the Irish values of and what Irish people tend to believe and what they're told to believe, and like you said earlier on, I think a lot of people in America have the same kind of feeling with, like, it's hard to believe that with so many people who are against what's going on in Gaza, that all of our leaders are, speaking in a way that is completely out of touch. I think it's actually surprising in Ireland, and the truth of it is you guys are, even the Irish government, nowhere near as insane as what we've got going on over here. So it is really great. We gotta go.
One other quick thing,
please,
is like, what's really shameful about it as well is that, like, if you listened to him, I wonder, would you think, this is the Irish perspective? Like, if you didn't really know much about Ireland, because he does throw Ireland in a bit, like, it was we know, and like, this is the. And you would think from him, I mean, most human rights organizations, you wouldn't have to be a mad lefty. Like, most people with a kind of a brain and a soul would at least accept that it's an asymmetric conflict.
Right.
You know, like every human rights organization, the UN know that it's an occupier and an occupied. Now, we can argue the toss about the degree of war crimes, but from Bono's statement there, you would just assume that it's two warring sides and one of them is kind of very evil and the other one has been lured into a bit of
It doesn't sound remotely
evil
Irish.
stuff.
It sounds like maybe an Irish like orphan who was adopted by Tony Blair
Okay, good.
and sent to
terrifying thought.
a NATO preschool, you know.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Please, sir, can I have some war?
Oh, no. Now, that was very skillful.
Well,
Thank you. I got a skillful.
That was very skillful.
Oh, fucking finally.
10 out of 10.
I'm like exhausted. My brain was just
I'm
going.
sweating as well.
Matt,
There's a heat wave in Ireland, our first heat wave in like 70 years.
we all better get tested for mononucleosis.
Oh, all right, don't try to one up me. Come on, man. I got one. Tadhg, it is always a pleasure having you on this podcast. You are one of my favorite human beings ever. Where can people find you, and where can people watch your new show?
I'm all over the internet and all the usual places. YouTube initially for the show, but we hope, and I'm going to say it out now to put myself under pressure, we're hoping to build our own platform. Like, fuck these guys. Fuck the YouTubes and all these people. I mean, like, Mehdi Hassan's ZTO model is something that we're definitely look at. If we can try and get some funding to try and create our own model and do our own thing and not be depending on any of these blood-sucking, complicit assholes.
Yeah.
So I'd say for season 1 is going to be on the YouTube, but going forward, if we get funding, it'll be all over the place. And we've got, like, great guests, and you guys are going to be in season 2. Come to Ireland. We're going to tour.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Love it.
We're going to do it. The people in Ireland, you're on notice. We're going to be coming there. Don't know when. But we're going to. It's going to happen.
I'm sure the good people of Ireland will have 1 or 2 notes for both you guys' impressions.
I think they very much enjoy my impression. I love you, Ireland. Hide your pots of gold. The Jews are coming. I'm sorry.
That's great. That's double racism. I love it. It's kind of a double-edged bigotry. I love it.
I'm allowed to say that. I'm both. All right. Thanks everyone. Patreon.com/badhasbara, badhasbara@gmail.com for all your questions, comments, and concerns. Thanks again so much for listening. And until next time, from the river to the sea.
This fucking band has a song called The Refugee.
Oh,
Jesus
yuck.
Christ.
Oh, yuck.
Jumping jacks was us. Push-ups was us. Krav Maga us. All karate us. Taking Molly us.